goes, "Oh, you're that guy. You're gonna do stupid stuff." I want everyone to know that this stream is um give me a second. Sorry guys, I have to apparently give my mom all the attention because of the fact that when she's up at my nana's house she hates it, but yet she keeps putting herself in the position to where she has to go. I've done told her to just put my nana in a freaking nursing home because she ain't trying to help herself anymore anyway. But she never freaking listens. And then she tries to freaking drag me into her little depression issue because she has to be up there. It's like if you would pay attention and listen to what I freaking say, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Pisses me off. Oh, great. I'm glad I didn't bring bombs because they'd be useless. Never mind, I got kicked out of the match. I love when War Thunder does that because, yeah, just you get a decent map sometimes and then it kicks you out of it.
Power on. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected.
Yeah, I'm aware that nobody's going to be watching right now because, at the moment, I know that there are quite a lot of people that are, at school and stuff like that. So, if you're at school, more or less, this is for the people. Whoops, wrong button. So, I kind of got an idea on something I want to do, but I don't know if everybody's going to go for it. So I kind of have an idea of possibly, perhaps, us doing a Brick Rigs playthrough, but instead of us, doing the battle thing like we normally do, um, I kind of have the idea of us doing like a cops versus robbers type thing.
With Asana, AI teammates are here to help keep work on track. Try it for free.
Guys, I've been kind of thinking, and after a lot of consideration and a lot of me just not playing Red Dead Redemption due to personal reasons and a personal reminder of somebody who stabbed me in the back, I stopped playing Red Dead Redemption because, nobody really watched it or anything. So I kind of have an idea on something I want to do, but I'm going to put a poll up about it first. And basically, it's going to be whether or not I should do another Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay playthrough, where we go through and we do every mission, not just certain ones. Also, my plane's acting really weird with the graphics right now, so I'm sorry in advance to anybody who's, trying to do whatever. But, seeing this cinematic that I'm watching with the Bad Boys thing, it really makes me want to play it again. And, I'm just kind of curious if there's anybody that would watch me play Red Dead Redemption 2 again. I mean, it was a very entertaining thing. So I'm kind of thinking maybe starting all the way back at the beginning and just playing it all the way through. But instead of trying to get the rodeo hat like I did before, I will keep Arthur's hat on the entire time. Because I know a lot of people like to keep Arthur's hat on him. And even though I like the rodeo hat, I think what I might do is I might get it and I'll make it with an outfit. But it'll be like a single outfit.
Attack the D-point! Attack
Dude, you're not hitting him from this altitude.
Attack the D point.
Our best bet is to chase him down.
Negative. Attack the D point. Never. Attack the D point.
I did that just to piss him off. I did that just to piss him off. Yeah, there's 2 fighters down here. Why don't I go do something useful?
We are losing.
That guy burning? Yeah, he's burning. Hold on, I can go help, the Sunderland. But yeah, I kinda want to play through Red Dead Redemption again. Because, you know, I haven't played it in months. Matter of fact, I think I stopped playing it not long before Christmas. And, that was around the time that the incident that I'm talking about happened. And, I got really upset because that was where me and that particular person first met. Was in a stream, me streaming, that. So, you know, I guess it kinda hurts, but I'm over her now. And, you know, to be honest, I don't exactly understand.
Heading to the base.
You have fun with that, dude. He just lost tail control. He's going down. We got him, Firecrest. Good job.
Our victory is near.
Yeah, me and the Firecrest got the same idea. Here we go. He lost tail control. So there wasn't really much he could do, but... Those are Dauntlesses. This ought to be interesting. To be honest, this plane with the 37 really doesn't do too much, in my opinion. So, I honestly think that the 20 mil on this thing would be better. Like, cause the 37, it's great and all, but like, the reload rate on it sucks so bad that you don't want to use it. Like, I'm literally just using the 30 cals and the 50 cals. Because, like, it only fires ever so much, and then, like, it kind of has to reload and take forever to do so. So, like, it ends up being, like, a whole thing. Well, there's a Dauntless right here that I could go for. And if I could aim. Well, I really suck at aiming. I really do. I wonder... Nope. Can't use those. Okay. Here we go. Get behind him. No, don't you dive. There we go. I hit him. See what I mean about I suck at aiming? There we go. Oh look, an AA gun. I suck at aiming, I really do. I got 300 and something rounds left, so I gotta be very careful with how I use them. Oh, those are just 30 cals. Just, yeah, there we go. That works. I'm not making it back to the airfield, but let's be honest, I don't like this thing enough to make it back to the airfield, so we're gonna emergency land this sucker. Dude, please tell me that that thing... Alright, landing gear out. I was out of ammo anyway, so... So I guess the villagers now have parts. I don't know. Alright, so we got a P400. See, I actually like the P400 a little bit better, because the P400 is basically the P39. It's just the experimental version and it looks better. Then you got the Firecrest, which only has 250 cals, which sucks. I don't have this yet, so I can't really say anything about this. I might actually grind France so I can get access to some of it. And that's it, so that's all we have. I have to admit, that's a very nice looking aircraft. I don't like how close the pilot is, but like, for it to be such a large aircraft, like, it is very interesting. What is this? No, that's just, no, that's too far, bro. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Proceeds to die. Hey guys, what would you think if I decided that I was going to use a bomber? Alright, well, we only have 100s in this lovely contraption of a thing. I don't know how many I'd need to drop on one base, so I gotta figure that out. But I know how to fly this. And if I do well enough, I can get us a really, really good bomber next. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Like, don't get me wrong, the P-51C-10 looks nice and all, but I think for the sake of getting to the B-26 so that I can start grinding out the B-17, I am going to have to get the B-25 J-20. Um, I'll, of course, also use the two SBDs, or SBs. How about this? I'll start at the bottom, which for this is the B10, and we'll go all the way up in BR until we get to where I'm going to go. So, got two 1.3, or one 1.3, two 1.7s, and a 2.0, and then we'll go 3.3. We're missing something. I'm not bringing out the Mariner. As you guys can see, I've kind of done with America, like I said I was gonna do with like Germany. For those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, with Germany, the only things I still need to purchase is this, and that. I don't know if I'm being honest. The 15 centimeter thing, I don't like it very much. So, shoot me, sue me, whatever you want to do. But anyway, give me just a second. I need to get these things on this vehicle. Alright, there we go, get that. Yep. And then we'll start worrying about the engine. So anyway, we just purchased all of that crap. So that's great. The problem is the plan is I'm trying to research through all of the stuff. So once I get this B25 and I put it wherever I decide to put it, I'll probably get the SBDs, both of them, or the SBs, the SB2s. We'll call them SB2s. And then the P-51, and then I'm probably just going to go down the line this way so that I can get my bombers first. So like P-26, unless I decide to just go down the bomber line so that we don't have to mess with anything else until I get the B-17s, and then I'll use the two B-17s to grind out the rest of that tech tree. But I also want the B-17G. But I found out something. So we're gonna teach a little bit, a little bit of history. All right. So everybody knows this B-17 is the very first B-17 that you get. Now, one of the very distinguishing features of this particular B-17 is the fact that they don't really have a ball turret like they do on the later versions. They have a turret where a dude has to hope that he hits something. Alright, now, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 machine guns there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 machine guns on the really crappy one. So yeah. And then, because of that turret not really being useful and all, they decided to put a ball turret in there, thus the 5.0, the B-17E-L. Now, there are other variants of the B-17. Unfortunately, I don't think that they're going to ever add them. Fun fact, the very first B-17 did not have a tail gunner. The very first one, when it came out, the tail gunner was not even a thing. The tail, you can actually look it up. the tail was completely exposed, and I think um, these guys were the only ones, but it did have like a bottom gunner, and everything else was the same. It's just that it did not have that tail gunner. It was like a completely like aerodynamic design. And while I love this cockpit and everything, I worry for that rear gunner because 24 or pretty much every time you fly a B-17, the biggest problem that I have seen with the B-17s is the fact that their tails are always the things that fall off in this game. Like you're flying, an airplane comes in, they hit your wing and your tail falls off, and you just like, what the world? I watched a movie with this plane in it, and I have to admit, at first I didn't like the B-24, but apparently this was the plane of choice for a lot of people as well. And I have to admit, I'd like to call this thing the upgraded B-17, or the not really the upgraded B-17, but I'd like something like that, because I mean the Navy got a hold of it, of course, and they were like, "Hey, turrets everywhere. Turret there, turret there, turret on the other side, turret, 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 turret." But they took the thing that gets me. They took out the bottom gunner. So like they modified it on the top, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's get rid of that top gunner." It's like, why? Why would you do that? And then of course the B-29. There's a little bit of history behind this plane too, and I didn't realize it. So apparently the B-29, not in game, of course, in real life, when they were like producing it and testing it out and everything, um, there's a documentary if you want to go watch it, Drain the Ocean. They do cover this eventually. I don't remember when it is. I could probably go look. Matter of fact, give me a second. I will go find it. No, I can't because I watched through the episodes. Never mind. We're gonna forget I said that. But the B-29 during production and during testing, they found that the B-29 was so heavy that even with 4 engines, it could barely get off the ground with a full payload. Um, Full of fuel, full of bombs, this thing could not get off of an airfield. If you lost one of the engines, your plane would plummet to the ground because it was so heavy in real life. It was just a problem that I don't think they ever really fixed. According to the documentary I watched, it was still a problem even during the bombings. So, like, they might have sent like 2 or 3 people. Or like the bombings of Japan or whatever. And apparently these things not only were doing that, but they were also used to actually bomb Japan with regular bombs before they decided to, hey, let's drop a nuke and kill millions of innocent people and then call the Japanese evil. Yeah, that's totally realistic. But then, of course, we go into the jet age, and that's not really an age I want to get into. So anyway, let's go die. Now, for this particular thing, I'm bringing out the 2,000 pounders because we're bombing bases. We're not playing hopscotch. So here we go. So we'll use the B-10. Then we'll get in the Catalina, suffer through all of that. Then we'll get the TBF, also known as the Avenger. Then the Dauntless, then the B-34, and then the B-25. I've done this before, so don't worry. This, as a matter of fact, this is what I used to do on my old account. I would grab like the crappiest plane first, play it, and I can tell you now, from experience, once you get into like I want to say like 3.3, 3.7 in bombers, guys, do not go straight for a base. All right, I will show you guys what I want you to do when we get out of this. There's a strategy that I use. And it actually works. It's like a tested thing. I've done it myself. Now, you might encounter some tryhard players sometimes that will immediately head for you. no matter if you turn out of the battlefield or not. But I want to say about 85% of the time, you're going to encounter players that are so focused on killing targets that they're just going to see that bomber flying out of the battlefield, and they're like, I don't have time to chase this guy down. So they're going to ignore you until later. So you have time. If your entire team does not die before you get to the base, you have time to bomb your targets and possibly get back to the airfield before they get to you. So, just remember that. But, yeah. But yeah, meet the B-10, one of the most very strange bombers that America ever came up with. I love this plane. It's a very fun plane. But the one thing that bothers me is they don't bother to put the dials for the engines inside the plane. If you want to look at them, you got to look outside and try and read those gauges to tell if you're, which I think there's actually another plane that does that too, but just, just that one, it's kind of irritating, But, all in all, I like this plane. I do. Like, for it to be such a small aircraft, with it packing 4 people, this thing's dangerous. I mean, you got bottom cover, top cover, front cover, and your bombardier is like right up front, so that's helpful, I guess. But as you can see, I'm not really concerned with trying to, climb an altitude, because this thing, if it gets shot, it's just gonna get shot. Like, it takes hits, I'll give it credit, but it don't take many hits to take this thing down, to be honest. Wait a second. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They sent me in another crappy inhaler. Of course. I hate the new inhalers. They're so pathetic. They only have a certain amount of puffs in them, and it just sucks. Alright, bomb 1 down. We're gonna try and swing this sucker around without getting murdered. Right, here we are. Line it up. I know there's not a lot of people that actually play bombers, but for those who do, it's an entertaining experience. I always have fun with it. Except for when you get tryhards, like I said, that try way too hard to kill you. Like this idiot behind me. Like, bro is trying way too hard to catch up to me. I'm gonna die. Like, there's no fighting that, but he's gonna have a hard time getting to me because I'm gonna freaking light him up like a Christmas tree. And these are 30 cals, so they could hurt. Alright, hit him. You need to back off, dude. I'm telling you. Look at him. He can't freaking... Oh, he killed the gunner. Okay, time to go. Lucky for me, he can't really pull the maneuver. Did he just freaking fly over me? He sure did, didn't he? Where's he at? Oh, yep, there he is. There's a reason I'm heading over here. I'm hoping that my friendlies can help me. I don't care. Just keep going. Hey, Dauntless, how about you help me? Never mind, he died. Alright, well, please. Oh, he got hit. If he dies, that's my kill, because I hit him. I got that kill, didn't I? I sure did. He hit my freaking plane. I'm not even freaking holding my tongue on that one. That's exactly what he deserved on that. Ever since I got sick, I've had to use an inhaler, and I hate it. Ugh. Oh, it's nasty. Ugh. Well, that was fun and entertaining. Let's not do that again. You know what's interesting? I actually have, another nation I really want to grind out the bombers on is this nation here. I hate trying to use the Wellingtons. I will be the first one to admit it. I hate trying to use the Wellingtons. But when I had the Halifax is actually kind of the one. No, actually, no. The B-20, the B-24 that I'm using, that is that is actually the one that I found out my strategy that I told you guys about, where if you're flying in a big plane from about 3.7 up, and you're a bomber, just fly out of the battlefield. I tried it with, I think, the Wellingtons. It worked. I think I tried it with this one, and it kind of worked, but I just didn't fly out of the battlefield enough, and I got murdered. But it does work. I have tested it. I know for a fact it works. Everyone else is like, man, I want a Lancaster. I love the Lancasters, don't get me wrong. But unless I get a night map, which not gonna happen, there's no way I'm touching this aircraft. I promise I'm okay. Ugh. Like I said, I was sick with COVID, flu, and I don't think the COVID or the flu, the cough is from that, because unfortunately my lungs suck, and I'm not even joking with you guys on this one. It was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I had a Marine recruiter call me. And guys, I am not even joking. I had to basically give him more excuses than I've ever given anyone else as to why I could not join the Marines, just to get him off the phone. One of the biggest things was, I was like, dude, my weight, my lungs. And he's like, well, how did you find out that information as to why you don't think you're going to be accepted? My lungs are broke! I'm not getting in the Marines or any other military installation unless I get drafted, and we haven't drafted in years. So ask me that question again, dear sir. Please. My God. But bro really wanted to recruit me, and like, I'll give him credit on that one. Like, he really wanted to recruit me, but it just does not work for me. Alright, I'm gonna fly out of the battlefield here, like I said I was gonna do, because it's not gonna be good if I don't. We'll put it that way. Also, I love the B-25. I do. I always will. Always have. It's a very decent Army bomber. But the one thing that drives me nuts about it in the A20 is the engines love to overheat way too much. So I have to put the throttle down at 95 in order to keep the engines from just completely exploding on me before I get to my base. But the one thing that I find interesting about the B-25s is they're kind of designed to be like a smaller version of the B-17. Like, I mean, I can look at this plane and tell that it's built in this with the same idea of being able to, in theory, take a lot of hits and make it back to the base. But with it only having 2 engines, it's going to make it completely impossible. But decent plane, decent speed. I know the Navy ended up using them for like strike and stuff like that, which is awesome. I think that's a really cool idea. But yeah, if you notice, I'm not flying towards the battlefield like those 3 idiots. He might survive, but them 2 ain't making it. And the reason I say that is because he's like me. He's like very lightly armored, and then that guy's a P-8. Everybody hates him, and I don't even want to talk about him. Yep, there's a mosquito. They're screwed. But I want to try, if I can, this week. Or no, when I get my oh wow, Bo's playing the E100. Yeah, good luck with that. I noticed that Bowtime Gaming didn't do something this year, and it kind of upset me. So, a lot of you guys know that Bowtime Gaming normally does a Valentine tank gameplay for Valentine's Day. Well, he didn't do it this year. I don't know why. He just didn't do it. And it kind of really upset me because I always look forward to seeing them play the Valentine. And I did something kind of like it, but the attempt was kind of crappy because at the same time it was completely impossible to play freaking anything at that BR because of the Japanese constantly murdering you. So, yeah, it didn't happen the way that I wanted it to. Alright, so more or less what I'm trying to teach you guys about this plane or any other plane, if you notice, everyone is charging into the battlefield, right? Alright, so these bombers are not going to be anybody's, well, I say that, and then I see a Spitfire from Israeli Tech Tree. Great. Where's that B-25 flying at right now? Okay, so he's going towards this base that I'm heading for, so I might fly back out of the battlefield. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright, he's bombed. Let's get some altitude here. I'm about to zoom climb this sucker. That's what they actually call this, is zoom climbing. Basically, you max throttle and just hope and pray. Of course, if Mr. KI decides he wants to eat me, he can, but... Hey, remember I said he was going to eat me? Yep, that happened. Alright, I've lost all stability. I don't think I'm making it. Hold on, I might be able to keep it in the air. He's like right there. Oh my god. Can I bomb first, you prick? I'll take that as a no. No, you're eating some shells while I go down. As I said, normally it works, but sometimes it doesn't. Normally, I will say this, that was a very bad example of it working, but normally you don't have people trying to murder you at 13,000 feet. So, But I've noticed that it's normally like really Japanese tryhards that try way too hard that do it to you. So, if it happens, it's going to happen. You're always going to have that one person that is way too much of a tryhard, so they go for a bomber first because they can't freaking dogfight, apparently. I'll put it this way, I'm one of those people, so I know what I'm talking about. I can't dogfight worth a crap. Now, you give me like a Yak 1 or any Russian plane, I'll head on somebody, and most of the time I win. Even though my plane gets completely destroyed, most of the time I end up killing them, they kill me. So it's a fair trade. But, my dog's looking at me like, can you just shut up and let me sleep, please? For the love of God, shut up! But,
Attention to the map!
see, this is one of those ones where it's kind of impossible to really fly out of the map. But here's what I'm going to do. I got 60 minutes worth of fuel in this bad boy. And I'm going to use it. First of all, we're going to climb. We're not going to worry about speed. We're just going to climb this sucker as fast as we can get it to go without exploding the engines. I have to admit, though, the B-25 being the plane that it is, it's a really interesting aircraft. Because it's got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 forward-firing machine guns. Which is actually really decent, believe it or not. Motivational quotes, ladies and gentlemen. They work. They help me through a lot.
Our victory is near.
Alright, I'm going for the airfield, I guess. Where is their airfield? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I got it then. Unless I get murdered before I get over here. I forgot. Wait, where'd the PE-8 come from? Guys, there's a buttload of planes over here. And they're all very scary. Anyway, hold on. I have to full throttle this now because if I don't, I'm gonna get murdered by a KI. Nope, he turned away. Alright, we're good. Oh, someone actually said something. KIs are friends. Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. KI's a freaking KI. Okay. Bombay door open, ready to drop. You know, if you just made a wrong step in a B-25, you were screwed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Bombay doors open. Prepare to drop. In 3, 2, 1. Bombs away. Oh wow, he didn't do anything, and I'm definitely not going to do anything on that one. Where'd he go, by the way? Oh, he's like over there. You know, one thing I noticed is the airfield does start lighting you up. What the? Did I really not do much? Wow, that sucks. Okay, well, guess I'll accept my fate. Alright, so there is a B-25, and he is not going to climb high enough in enough time to do anything, but where do the ball gunners go piss? Well, considering there's no ball gunner on this one, I wouldn't know. I imagine they all are given like some sort of bag or something to piss in. I mean, that seems like a standard, you know. Because, fun fact, like B-17s, they would take off early in the morning, and by the time they got back, it was probably getting dark. That was how long some of the flights were that they went on. So yeah, or in the British's case, it would be the complete opposite. They would take off like when it was getting dark, and they wouldn't get back until the sun was coming up. So, and the reason I say that is because, okay, I gotta reduce speed, hold on. The reason I say that is because British bombers are designed for night fighting, or night bombing. Holy cow, Spitfire! I feel bad for that B-25, he just got base camped. Where'd the P-8 go? Bro, the P-8's still trying to lose altitude. Bro, that B-25, I don't know what he's doing. He's not bombing that airfield. So, like, you gotta kind of think about it. Like, these guys, they're in this plane basically all day with one another. So, a lot of people don't understand this, but bomber crews get really tight with one another in World War II. They really did. They got really, really tight with one another. They were family. So, like, you got to kind of think about it. Like, if you're in a B-17 and you hate somebody on your crew, yeah, it's not going to work out very well. I watched a movie called Fortress the other day, and that was what happened. They lost their pilot, and the co-pilot got promoted to pilot on the plane. And this new guy comes in, and he's like a stiff, as they would like to call it. And he
has like several attempts to try and gain their respect, and he fails every time, except for one time, and they couldn't stand him. And the pilot lets him fly one day, and the first time that he flies, he gets them lost, and they end up having to return to base because of it. The second time they fly, the engines start overheating, and if they don't cool it down, they're going to explode. So, you know, they think this guy's either cursed or what the Russian landing is that? Put your nose down or up. What are you doing? Alright, this is where I gotta hope and pray that I can get off the airfield here. I don't think Mr. Russian's making it off the, or making it on the airfield. Yeah, he fell off, it looks like. Alright. I had a thing tell me yesterday when I was in a B-17 that I was going to need flaps to take off, and I took that as a challenge, and I was about to get off the airfield without flaps, and I'm not even joking, the match ended before I could do it, and it kind of pissed me off. Landing gear going up. Wait for you. Bro, you can't even land your plane appropriately and you want me to wait for you? Yeah, I don't think so. So the plan is to fly out of the battlefield, go this way. Or, hold on, let me use my pointer here. So we'll go here and we'll circle back around with enough altitude to bomb the base. I gotta watch this idiot crash on takeoff, because with that landing, that's what's gonna happen. With that, what the Russian takeoff was that? Bro didn't even use a half of the airfield, he used like a fourth or a third. What the world? What is wrong with you? You need airspeed. Airspeed good, not bad, dummy. Italy has no bombers like the B-25, sadly. Italy doesn't really need bombers like the B-25. Because they got those triple engine bombers, and I'll tell you now, I love those triple engine bombers. I flew the S-81 all the time in low tier. That is the best bomber in the game at low tier, in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says, it is quite literally the best bomber in the game. The 4-engine bombers for Italy are questionable. But, I mean, if they work, they work. I don't like the fact that he's not gaining, and catching up with me right now. It's kind of disturbing. Also, I'm only at 3,000 feet, and I still got a long way to go to get to him. So I gotta hope and pray that this thing climbs. But boy, this is like a cinematic right here. Like, I love this. I'd honestly love to get like a buttload of people together and do like some cinematic bombing missions. Well, this isn't a light bomber. This is a medium bomber. They actually classify it as a medium bomber for some strange reason, but they do. So yeah, that is the weirdest thing about America, is they classify this bomber as a medium bomber, even though I feel like it should be classified as a light bomber. Now, I would classify the A-20 as a light bomber. The A-20 is definitely a light bomber because it really doesn't hold a lot of bombs in it, because of, you know, it's supposed to be more of a strike aircraft than it is an actual bomber. But yeah. I don't really need a light bomber, to be honest. I need a bomber that can carry its weight when it comes to bombing things. If I got something that can't do that, then what's the use in having it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Dauntless. The Dauntless has good bombs at the BR that it's at, but it's just no B-25. It's no B-17. You know, those planes, they can not only carry bombs, but they're decently fast for the BR that they are at, with them being the bombers that they are. Well, I say that, and this thing is barely climbing. Alright, so I think I've done enough climbing. I think I'm going to try and climb some more here. And would have been better than normal Stuka. I like the Stuka myself. The only thing that I've noticed, though, is the only Stuka in game that has the dive siren is the first variant. And I know for a fact that there were other variants. There had to have been. I mean, what idiot wouldn't put more sirens on a plane like that if they know that it strikes fear into the heart of the enemy, you know? I hope the P-8 isn't trying to follow me, because he's not going to get up to a high enough altitude in time. Also, let's push these engines right quick. See what we got in here. I'm on PS4. This has been my loyal PS4 for 3 years now, and my dad had it before he died, and I just kind of took it. But yeah, I mean, this plane, or this console has been running for, I want to say, about 5 years without any problems. I mean, there's dust all over it, and probably some nicotine too, because my dad smoked like crazy. It doesn't run hot, it doesn't explode like my friend Big Dog's did twice, but I'm planning on upgrading. Your comm band, I don't know what that means, but okay. I'll take your word for it. I love the fact that the P-8 is still trying to keep up with me back there. I'm at 8,000 feet right now, so I might actually get this plane up high enough to go over the airfield. Because for those of you who are wondering, you don't really need to, you don't really need to talk in War Thunder, to be honest. Like, I don't talk in War Thunder. Like, I'm talking to that guy, but it was because we were coordinating our attack. But normally I don't talk in the chat too often. I use a keyboard to talk anyway, because it's so much easier. Also, I am 1,000 feet from being where I need to be, and I'm getting danger close to this airfield, so I'm a little worried. Alright, let's throttle it up, see if we can get any higher. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Climb, baby. Climb, baby. Climb. Keep on. Alright, we're losing it. We're losing it. We're losing it. We gotta throttle down. We're losing her. Here we go. Uh-oh, she's starting to fishtail. No, no, no. Keep going. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Alright, bomb bay doors are not open, and I'm gonna get killed before I get over here, most likely. Alright, I'm at 10,000 feet. We're clear. I'm not gonna hold. I'm gonna hold off on the bomb bay doors right quick. Alright, let's lower her down so we can get some speed on this. Yep, there we go. Bomb bay doors open. That's the one thing that freaking aggravates me with the B-17 is the bomb bay doors take 300 years to open. Bomb target in sight. Ready. Aim. Bomb, 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 bomb. Return to the airfield. RTB. Get out of this flak as soon as possible because I really don't want to be in here. I think I'm on day like 1 something plus, at one point I was at 200 and something days. So I've probably played for about a year now. Probably about 2 years actually, but I mean, who's counting? So as you guys can see, the strategy I was talking about with the flak does work. They are shooting at me, but with me not being close enough to them, they're not very accurate. So getting about 10,000 feet is really where you want to be with this aircraft, or any bomber for that matter. If you got a base bombing mission like this, always get up to 10,000 feet before you even touch or get near that airfield, because you are going to get lit up if you don't. I will tell you that. Wow, that's sad, bro. But ladies and gentlemen, this is how we do it. The United States military. Oh, anyway. So I bombed 2 times. Don't look at me like that, Frank. Shut up and fly the plane. I don't know if the... Okay, yeah, the P-8 definitely hit more target. Dude, the P-8's on the top of the leaderboard. Look at how much crap he's bombed with that thing. Oh, and we're the only ones left. So if oh. Guys, we're gonna win this. Wow. Good job, guys. I was not expecting to win that. Good job to the P-8. Also, let me tell you guys about something that happened to me. German spy. No! So, I was in the Little Caesars last night. Now, guys, I'm white as a sheet of paper, and if I ever get with anybody, which I doubt I ever will because I don't want to, I will get with somebody that's my same color, just a preference of mine. And my mom saw what was going on. All right, so I'll tell the story before I say anything else. So here I am in the Little Caesars. I'm ordering a pizza. You know, yum yum pizza, whatever. It's kind of like num num cookie, but for me it's num num pizza. Anyway, and this girl that works in there, she sometimes gets a little flirty. Well, she got awful flirty last night, and I kind of did too, just, you know, for fun, just because, you know, I know it would never work out, right? And, you know, we were joking around, you know, kind of chit-chatting, and I walk out the door. My mom's like, ooh, he's got a crush on this girl. I'm like, no, I don't. And she's like, yeah, you better not, because if you do, what was it she said? You won't be living with me or living in my house, something like that. And I'm like, okay, mom, it's like, there's nothing going on there. Trust me. I prefer to live alone. I want to keep my money in my wallet, not in her purse. Anyway, Um, so I go back in there after we go and get the other stuff. She starts flirting some more. And that's when my mom points it out. And I go, well, she asked for a pack of gum, asked me if I was going to the store, and I don't feel like going to the store. She's like, that's mean. You just told me that I was flirting. That is basically her trying to see if I am her type. And guys, I'm not a small dude. And I told her, I said, I told my mama, I said, I don't understand why the world she's hitting on me. Ain't nothing to look at. She's like, well, there's more to a man than how he looks. I'm like, no, in today's time it ain't. It's all about the money, 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 money. But anyway, dear Jesus Christ. But anyway, so this girl hit on me basically, and being the person I am, I like to lead them on. So I was kind of letting her, kind of eating it up a little bit, and of course my mom thinks the wrong thing as usual, and I ended up, my mom gave me a pack of her gum to give to the girl, and I brought it in there and gave it to her, and that was it. She didn't ask for my number, thank God, because it would have been really mean of me to go, oh yeah, sorry, I'm not available. I mean, if you've been on the channel long enough, you do know why I say that. But, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I have a small crush on, Judy Hopps. Well, I can't say small. I have a crush on Judy Hopps. Her personality when I watched the movie was just, whatever. And, where's my service pistol? Where's my body? I can't see my body! Anyway, and, so, I do kind of have somebody that I'm with. Of course, it's a cartoon character, but she doesn't need to know that, right? So, like, if she ever asks for my number, I'm just gonna go, man, I'm sorry, I'm not available. And she goes, oh, so you're already with somebody? Yep. Just, yep. Oh, no. But apparently, alright, so since we're on that conversation, apparently there's somebody out there that has a crush on Judy Hopps too, but he took it farther than I ever would. This man made a YouTube channel, and the last video, or the video that I was sent to look at, this man was quite literally, how do I put this? He was quite literally imagining himself having the hanky-panky with Judy Hopps. The last thing that I watched on the video, he said, oh, Judy, we can't do this. What if they find out? And it's like, oh, well, I don't care or whatever. And it's like, dude, you sick bastard. That is what I would have told him. Like, you sick son of a bastard. Just no. Like, I love Judy Hopps. Don't get me wrong. But, no. Just, no. 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 But no, don't, no. It's like those, like, horny people that make really suggestive pictures of Judy Hopps that are very disturbing to look at. But, yeah, those people are very disturbing, too. And it makes me scared to see what they're going to do to poor Judy when Zootopia 2 comes out this year. It honestly does. It scares me to see what they're going to do to poor Judy. I'm gaining altitude while I got the chance. Alright, well. I wonder if they ever fix the overheating problem with these engines. But yeah, I mean, oh, come on! Really? You followed me all the way over here just to murder me. No, he's getting shot at. You pretentious bastard. Of course, there's no... Oh, I see why there's no combat-capable turrets. He killed the rear gunner. Well...
Need cover!
I said it, and I'm not taking it back.
Get your gear, hit the silk.
But yeah, y'all didn't see what I put in the chat, I hope. It was very rude, but I don't care. That is nothing but a Japanese try-hard effer. I don't care what anyone says. You know the bad thing? Like, I see a lot of people using that freaking B7 at that BR. I want to know why it is so good right now. Let me look at this. Okay, so it has a max speed of 325, so that really makes it difficult. It has 220 mils. Does it get the... It gets tracers with the 20 mils, though. Oh, but armed targets really get killed with that. Oh, wait, the 13... Okay, so that... How does that manage to... They have made... I don't care what anyone says. As of recent, with the whole thing going on with, that event, they have made Japan overpowered as of recent. Like, cause I can take this sucker out, and normally people kind of murder me. The B7A2 should have no machine guns on it. Because if you pay attention, the B6, which is the plane before it, does not. The B5 does not. So why in the world does the freaking B7 get forward-mounted machine guns? And not even machine guns, it gets cannons. I think it's just their attempt to make people rage at 4.0. Oh, by the way, I wanted to bring something up that really made me laugh yesterday. Um, Somebody was watching an older stream of mine where I was playing Russia. He goes, "Russia is for handicapped people," or something like that. Hold on, let me pull it up. What he said. Give me a second. Go to my channel. Give me a sec. I'll go in here in a sec. It was actually quite funny because he goes, "Playing Russia is like playing handicap mode." That was what I said, or he said, right? I proceeded to say, "I only play Russian tanks sometimes. Maybe if you watched more streams, you'd see that before running your mouth." That is what I told him. I'm not taking it back. I meant the freaking words that came out of my freaking mouth. Freaking. Okay. But yeah, like, dude actually thought he was gonna hurt my feelings or something, and I came back with that, and he hasn't said anything since. Like, what's next? Playing America is like playing a handicap mode. Yeah, whatever. Russia is the easiest nation to grind. Ooh, a child. I will tow the child. I have pets now. Look at me, guys. I'm walking dogs. Aw. Aw. But yeah, I mean, you know, people will be people. People will run their freaking mouths and then they will get their freaking faces basically slapped because of the fact that they don't know what the flip they're talking about. But I find it interesting that he was trying to piss me off. And to be honest, it didn't piss me off. I laughed at it. I quite literally laughed at their stupidity. Dude, it's probably not a smart idea for the two of us to be going against one another. What are you shooting at? I don't think he knows how to range. Uh-oh.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
Hold on, what just shot at me? Let me figure that out before I go and poke out again. I can't tell, that's the bad part when I see you.
The enemy is winning.
Took his track, he ain't moving. Okay, they killed the BT-7. Is that a BT-42 though? I lost my gun on that. Hold on, let me back up. Hey dude, can you fix me? I kinda lost 2 crewmen on this one. Dude, I can't see where that autocannon is. That's what's bothering me. Like, if I could find out where the autocannon was, it wouldn't bother me as much, but I can't see the autocannon. Holy crap! I'm gonna back up because that was very scary. Wait a second. No, not it. Hi LVT. I don't think we want to go up here. I have a decent enough, I'm surprised nobody's camping from over there, to be honest. Normally that's where they'd love to go. Okay, so there's like several different vehicles over here too. I think I just got revenge bombed. Yep. I got revenge bombed by a Swedish man. I kind of don't blame him though, because that would have pissed me off getting murdered by a 120mm gun too. So like I can't be mad at him for that one. The turret on this thing takes way too long to reload. Hi, little child. Okay, so somebody brought out the scary German thing that likes to murder tanks. But like, I love that thing, but I hate it at the same time, if that makes any sense to anybody. I'm so getting murdered. Nope, they're going around. Holy schnitzel. I kind of just smacked his track there.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Oh god. Wow, that was awesome. I didn't even know you could go this way. That's awesome. Alright, where am I not looking that they're not at? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, they died. Okay. Bro, they have murdered everything that has come up here. Here, a tank. A plane.
Don't stop.
I got shot by an airplane. Why is everyone wanting to kill me? I missed. Okay. What? I'm being shot at by several different things. There's a T-28! You better Gotta rotate around before the T-28 gets over here. Got a nice juicy surprise for him. He's gonna hide behind a rock, isn't he? Gonna hide behind a rock and wait for me to poke around? Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah? Okay, well. It's real nice of you, it really is. Hi. I love the fact that I'm getting told that I have skill issue, but yet these are the idiots that are quite literally spawn camping us. But yet I have the skill issue. Yeah, that totally makes sense now. Thank you for clearing that up.
The enemy will win.
The only people that have skill issue are the people that quite literally sit and spawn camp. I don't care who you are, if you sit and spawn camp a team, you are the most useless player on your team. Like, this is coming from the guy that has drove into someone's spawn before and just kind of drove through it just to let them know I was over here. And then I drove right back out. Like, I didn't stay there. I wasn't that much of an idiot. Remember me? I'd love to get my hands on Mr. T-28 when he comes around. Look at that. That is not a T-28. No, that is the T-28. Never mind. Have fun, prick. He just watched his life flash before his eyes. Hello, BT. Please reload. Please reload. No! What did my controller do? Bro, I had him and then the freaking controller decided to stop working. Well, we're gonna die. A little rinky-dink 57 mil. But hey, I got the T-28 that was spawn camping, so I feel a little bit better.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
You know, the funny thing is, like, people are hating on Japan now because of the fact that recently, that is all that the Japanese were doing, were spawn camping, and now everyone is spawn camping the players that had Japan. And helping them not exist. But you know the bad thing? The only reason that they're doing it, at least the reason that they were doing it for Japan, was apparently because of the fact that Japan has them stupid freaking pillows, or that one pillow, and it was an event. They made an event out of it, and apparently everybody wanted them. I don't. Personally, I don't see the reason on having a pillow with a girl on it. You know, just get a girl, bro. Well, that might help me. Range! I gotta figure out where to shoot this idiot. That's a 75 mil version, isn't it? Yep, it is. Okay, well. Is it bad that I can tell what version of that vehicle it is just by looking at the muzzle brake and the tank itself? Or not the tank, but the gun. Because the 105 mil has that weird muzzle brake on it. The 75 doesn't have a muzzle brake. So like you kind of are able to tell which one's which just by looking at it. Oh, great. That guy killed the Thunder Strike M2 player, dude.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
Bro, I swear if I get murdered in here, I'm gonna be pissed. You know, people have been saying that this is like one of the best vehicles to kill tanks in, apparently, for Japan. I don't bring it out to kill tanks, though. I bring this thing out to... What am I kidding? I just freaking kill a tank with it. I don't care. Let's go find a Swedish boy. Oh no! I made a mistake! Thank God for the match ending. That's going in the quote of the day. Oh no, I made a mistake! You know what? I've been streaming for probably about 2 hours. So I am going to take myself a little break. And I'm not gonna stream this anymore today. I streamed War Thunder last night. So what I'm trying to do, for those of you who are wondering, I'm trying to switch in between SnowRunner and War Thunder. So tonight I'll do SnowRunner. Tomorrow night, if I get back in time and if there's anyone here, I will do War Thunder. And then Thursday, unless I'm busy, SnowRunner. Friday, and then we'll just kind of deviate. I'm thinking about bringing Red Dead Redemption back in here too, so just kind of keep that in mind. But anyway, I hope everyone has a lovely day, and remember,